Hello guys, so today I'm gonna talk about your joints health, and also I got question from my elder brother. He said that I'm facing lot of issues with my joints and all, it's hurting quite a lot. So without wasting time, I'm gonna jump on a topic. So by injuries, I'm gonna cover it from bottom to top. First, I'm gonna talk about the exercises and what changes you can do in your schedule to stop it, and then I'm gonna go on supplementation. So first, I'm gonna talk about exercise mistakes and how to cure it or how to prevent injuries. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Your ankles. Most of the person I had seen, they don't usually warm up their ankles, and after that they face ankle arthritis and harsh pain when they do walk or running on a treadmill. So definitely go for, I'm gonna show it there how to warm up your ankles properly. Now coming on top, knees. I'm gonna cover all the things that how to prevent your knee injuries. Okay, I'm gonna show the videos on this side, like the bad form, and then I'm gonna show the good form. Like in a bad form, I had seen in a leg press machine, most of the guys do very incorrectly. When they do leg press, they don't know what's the right form. Their knees sometimes pointing inwards, they are pushing very heavy weight with the worst form. And sometimes some guys do leg press, their knees pointing outwards in a very worst, we can say in a horrible manner. They do very heavy weights and they perform it with the worst form, and their trainers don't give a single about it, and you know what I mean. Coming on little bit top, your back, how to prevent back injuries. Okay, I don't gonna talk about that deadlift form, everyone is familiar with it. Even the guy who just joined the gym, it's a second day of him, he gonna teach you, oh bro, just keep your back straight, blah blah blah. So you know that keep your back straight while doing deadlift. So move on to another thing, squats. Most of you guys not familiar with it, but yeah, squats also affect your disc. I've been through an injury. If you are following me from quite a while, you had an idea about it. I've been on a bed for several years because of that stupid mistake I did. We're gonna show a bad form here, that what guys do. They're literally tilting in a front side, like doing this, and they're doing their squats in a horrible manner. I'm gonna show here. And what you have to do, just focus on your manner or your way or form, good form. Keep your back straight. I'm gonna show a good form here. Like imagine that you are hitting that front double bicep pose that you see, or you probably noticed or not, in a bodybuilding competition. Just imagine that you are hitting that pose when you hold that barbell backward. So I'm gonna show it here, and then keep your back tight, straight, and then perform this exercise. Or before your leg workout, just perform some swings, front swings, back swings. If possible, do that side swings too. Okay, you're like most of you know that our shoulder is connected like a socket. Our arms are connected with our shoulder joint, which we call rotator cuff. It's connected like a socket like this. So we warm up our shoulder before performing any upper body exercise. So same manner or same thing is with our lower body. It's also connected with the socket. You just not have to warm up your muscles first to perform an exercise. You also have to warm up your rotator cuff, your joints, that sockets, that ligaments, then perform the exercise. So properly warm up your joints, ligaments and everything, not just a muscle. Give a preference to your warm up, and then going more upward. Before performing any bicep, tricep, shoulder, chest, back, definitely go for warm up of your shoulder rotator cuffs that help in raising your arm, taking it backward, taking it on a front side, taking it on a side way. That's what rotator cuff make you do. Without rotator cuff you can't able to do a single thing. So best warm up for your rotator cuff, I'm gonna show exercise here. Best exercise to warm up your rotator cuff, face pull. Best exercise, one of the best exercise. Just do 5 to 6 sets with a very medium light weight. Just feel that contraction when you take your arms backward, like I'm showing here. Do 5 to 6 sets of it, and then you can perform 5 to 6 set of shoulder circles. 15 reps on a back side and 15 reps in a front side. Do 5 to 6 sets and you're good to go, and then you can perform your exercises. So that's all for your bad form and good form. Now we're gonna jump on a supplementation. Okay, even if you are bulking, that doesn't mean that nothing gonna affect you. The first thing I gonna tell you that if you are bulking or in cutting, yes, this affects your joints too. If you are on really low body fat percentage, your water level inside your body is very low. When you gain weight or you have a good amount of muscle mass or fat too, it gives cushioning effect to your joints too, your ligaments too, that gonna support you when you are lifting heavy weight. So in a bulking, that's why you can lift more weight, and in a cutting you're gonna feel like that your bones are rubbing through each other, that clicking sound when you perform even a bicep curl. Very horrible feeling. That's why I don't maintain my low body fat throughout the year. That's why I go for bulking cutting, because I also want to give my body a chance to get back to its original state. I don't want to ruin my body. So if you are facing this problem, just give little bit calorie surplus to your body, just 500 or on a maintenance calories, it's also gonna fine. Now we can jump on our supplementation thing or our nutrition, how you can fix this problem with your some changes in your nutrition. I'm gonna suggest you some supplement. If you don't wanna go for supplement, I also gonna give a alternative for it. Okay, let's, without it wasting time, let's jump on it. So omega-3, how omega-3 helps in your injuries or preventing that joint pain. What omega-3 basically do is it increase blood flow throughout the body, which prevent you from getting injuries and all, and it also give that lubrication. You know, as I said, like our bones, everything is connected to each other like a socket. So if we're gonna take example of a machine, like if you don't put oil inside that joints of a machine, it gonna just break down, or we have to put it in a garbage. Same is like our body is a machine designed by God, so we also have to lubricate it. And second thing I gonna tell you is vitamin C supplement. Yes, I take vitamin C too. How it helps? It helps in collagen synthesis. So you're wondering about what is collagen. Collagen is a thing, okay, in a very layman language, it's a building block of your ligaments, bones. Like as I or you also guys say, like protein is a building block of muscles. So collagen is a building block of your bones. You also have to consume it to synthesize that collagen in your joints. So third thing I'm gonna go for is vitamin D to make your bones dense, to prevent that fractures, to prevent that injuries and that dislocations. So I also used to take vitamin D. Okay, and the last thing, oral rehydration salt. It have a complete profile of all the electrolytes that our body need: sodium citrate, potassium, sodium, and chlorine. Everything is there. The best thing is potassium. What potassium do? Everyone nowadays is running behind potassium, not potassium, sodium. Okay, bro, let's eat salt to get that sickest pump. Okay, we had taken. I am sure that in an Indian diet, or even if you are outside India, or you're from Canada, UK, or anywhere, your sodium levels, or your sodium level, or your sodium intake in your food is on point. I can tell. Everything is consisting of sodium in potato, rice, yeah. But what we really need, potassium. Who gonna pull that sodium inside a muscle or inside that ligaments? We need that. If you're consuming legumes, broccoli, greens, or taking supplement too, you're good. Your joints gonna be healthy. Your joints are properly lubricated. Your ligaments are properly lubricated. You don't have to go for supplementation. As I said, like, you don't need supplements. You don't want to buy vitamin D supplement, boom, spend an hour or half an hour in sun. You're gonna get vitamin D levels at a peak level. Yeah, you don't need supplements. For a vitamin C, you can just take 3 to 4 oranges in a day, or a glass of orange juice. You are fine. And for omega 3, if your fat intake is too high, you don't need any other supplement. If you are or if you are taking salmon or 100 to 300 gram of fish on a daily basis, you don't need it. But I can't able to sit here or keep eating or spend hours and hours in sun. I keep traveling, and I also have other works to do in my life. It's just a side thing for me, that bodybuilding, and just doing it for fun and just educating you guys. So I rely on this kind of things. So you can go for natural things too. Yeah, it's natural too, but you can go for food too. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you loved the video. Give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe the channel to get this kind of content and to get more videos. Please subscribe, hit a like. If you have any doubt, my Instagram handle is mentioned in description too, and I'm gonna mention here somewhere too. So till then,